life right now and where you are. Tangible is defined as a thing perceptible by touch. Just that simple. A thing perceptible by touch. So we're talking about tangible action. And today I have dubbed Mondays Make It Happen Monday. And I went to church on yesterday, and I just want to share a little bit with you guys so you can really get the backdrop of where this comes from. And we had a visiting pastor, and he was talking about the physical and how we in our society, especially in Western culture, we put a lot of emphasis on the spiritual aspect of our faith, of our being, just in our pursuit of whoever we want to be. We think, we contemplate, we want to ponder and things of that nature. We want to plan and strategize, and we talked about that some last week. We want to do those things, but none of those things are really perceptible by touch. Most of those things are internal. Those things are going on the inside of you. They're going on in your spirit and your soul, and it's not a physical thing going on. But in order for us to make things happen in our lives, we are going to have to experience some tangible action. Some of the things that we do, the pursuits that we have to take place and be perceptible by touch, meaning we're going to have to get out of, especially for those of us who are very driven and attracted to the social media aspect of the world, the emails and the instant messages and the Facebook and Instagram and things of that nature. We're going to have to get to a space where we are physically touching people. It's one thing when somebody is in pain or something online and you can say, I'm praying for you, or we put the little emojis up saying that I'm praying, or someone could be experiencing some hardships. I've seen some of my Facebook friends say things like, I'm going to kill myself, or this is the last time that I'm going to talk to you guys. And I'm sure people like myself have gone to inbox and put certain things under the messages and things like that, but none of those things are actually tangible. They're not perceptible by touch. And I am not discrediting the power of ministry or anything of your being able to encourage or inspire others online. But what I am saying is that we have replaced the tangible action of releasing the power that we have in us, because many of us hide behind our cell phones, our laptops, our tablets. We put up cameras to present whatever it is that we need to present, but we're not making tangible action. It's not perceptible by touch. It builds me up on the inside, but there's nothing that I'm physically feeling. And what we have to understand is that we are missing that right now in the world, and that's why we can have young people so detached from other humans that they can walk into a school and kill 17 people. See, this is why we need tangible action. And I want to just say that we definitely have to pray for our children. My prayers go to Parkland High School, I think that's the name of it, and everyone affected by it, the whole country. I know that there are many parents that are terrified to send their children to school because of what happened. And even after that happened, we've heard a ripple effect of all of the other incidences that have happened in schools and in other places of employment and even in private spaces with gun violence and things that are extreme in nature. But these things are becoming all too common. And a lot of it is because we are replacing tangible action with building us up on the inside. We think that it's enough to have a virtual classroom and a virtual therapy session. And I'm not taking anything away from those things, but they all have their place. Nothing can really replace the physical touch. When someone is in prison, how do they really penalize them? They send them in lockdown. What do? They isolate them. When a lion and the gazelles are on the savannah in Africa, usually the gazelle that the lion gets is the one that has been isolated, the one that has been separated, the one that is not touching the others. So we have to be very clear on this Make It Happen Monday, because many of us, and I can definitely say that I have been guilty of this, many of us have justified the lack of tangible action, of action that is perceived by touch. We have used certain scriptures to justify it. We have used certain religious customs to justify our, we want to be purified. We want to be cleansed. Many of us, as we know, study things in like the Old Testament, and they talk about a certain a way of purification and all of that. But those of us who are under Christ, we know we're not subjected to those things the way others were. That's why they could eat and didn't wash their hands and didn't wash their feet before they came into certain places. They were showing, look, we have Jesus. We don't need these things. What I'm saying, that I know everyone doesn't have them, but I do. And because I have him, I feel this tug, because he took tangible action when he saved me. He came from being a God that was far out there, and even though I couldn't see him, what I felt from him was very real. And I'm saying that we need more of that right now in the world that we're living in. So I'm saying that many people have justified the disconnect in families,